And we are recording right
Yes,
now.
we
We
are.
are.
Wow,
Yes, we
this is
are.
our third or fourth? No,
So
because
third.
you did it third show, but
For the roast, hello everyone. Welcome to No Cry Just Laughs. I'm Jay Grace, and
just laughs, and I'm Colin Gregory. No cry, yeah. Okay,
before we go into the whole thing,
right. The everything, but it could be. This could be our fourth episode because I do count the solo one. You roasted the heck out of me, even
tell
though it
people,
was
just
it.
those who don't know what I did to you.
Yeah, I stood you up like a date,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and you came back and you roasted the heck out of me, and you did it the best way possible. You made it a podcast, and it was vengeance from
Vengeance. Yeah.
your pet name Stewie, because I
Yes.
call you Stewie,
And you're my Brian.
maniac Stewie, getting back at poor little Brian, that white
Brian.
little dog, right? That's tries to be sophisticated.
So how was how was
Anyway,
your week?
it's
How
a
was your
family
week?
guy. The weekend?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Mm-hmm. Let us know
Oh, the part.
a little bit about your life.
Everything. Oh, it was
You said
cool.
you had a funny story. You said about fishing. You want to share with, or is it just?
Oh, okay. I didn't end up going. All right, but my friends, my two guys that I go fishing with, went fishing in the area downtown Easton near me. He came from Stroudsburg down to meet Ty. I didn't go, so they went to a strange new land called shad fishing. Okay, mention that to Mark because he's into fishing, right?
What is it called again?
Shad fishing. It's a type of fish.
Okay.
They are aggressive.
Well, yeah.
They they got no fish. And the one fish that Sammy was experienced at, he had it on his hook. He reeled it in, hit the rock, hit a little weed, and it just flew right off. And that was the closest he got to getting a fish. They flap. I mean, they flap like crazy. They're very aggressive. Like when we went to and got bluegill are kind of like steady, and their gills just keep going like that a little bit. So they're gentle. So if you take them off a hook, it's easier. These are really vicious and everything. They're called scats. They're a little bit bigger too and everything. And then they went to another one, and they got absolutely nothing at that one. And then they went to one where there's supposed to be a lot of trout, and it was kind of getting dark, and you're not supposed to be out. And there was a Hispanic guy there, and Ty went up and asked him, "How you doing?" And everything like that. And he just pretended like he didn't know them at all. It's like the New York thing. You just like me no speak English, me going not say nothing to you. You could be like an officer, you're going to arrest me because he was doing fishing after hours. He's not
Right.
allowed
So,
to.
don't rat
Yeah,
people out on it live
yeah,
air, please.
yeah, like that. So whatever. But the scat fishing is big, and they have contests too in the spring.
Okay.
They have contests on it. Who can catch the biggest scat? And but they're tough fish. They're really hard fish. And
Well,
if you
what's the
mention it
funny?
to Mark, Mark's going to say, "Oh yeah, okay, I've heard of that fish."
Oh, but
Yeah.
Colin, what's the funny part? I'm still waiting for the funny part.
Well, the funny part was like he thought he had the fish. It was right there on the hook. It was dangling, and it managed to just squirm its way off and jump up really high into the water. So he never really got it.
That
So
happens a lot with fishies. I mean, I'm not an expert in fishing, but
yeah,
yeah, they like to tease, and you think you got them, and then they go away.
right. So I'm kind of
So,
glad I didn't go because I would
mm-hmm.
have probably came up empty too. So
Mwah, mwah.
it's lousy to go fishing and not get anything. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I think a lot of
The whole
people. I know
fun.
for Mark, it's not necessarily. Well, now it's gotten to the point where he's taking it personal because he hasn't caught a fish
Right.
in Florida. Just, I think he did. But they had like little tumors. That was in Titusville, near
Hmm.
NASA, that area.
Right.
So he caught blowfish, and they had little tumors everywhere. So obviously he discarded it. But he hasn't really caught a fish that he can bring home, you know, and like he did in New York. So he's very upset about it.
And then the
But
weird thing was my dream this morning was about fishing.
Oh,
I
really?
dreamt it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
with
No
my
wonder
uncle.
it's in your mind. It's in your head. Yeah.
Yeah, with my uncle. It was like so vivid, so real.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to tell him, have you ever seen these scads before? They're so like, like vicious and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Well,
scad.
we have
Scad.
Cheryl in the studio, so let's give her a nice proper
We
welcome.
have her in. Ah, Cheryl King, the
Well,
king.
yes.
Yes.
Well, let's invite her in so she could talk and she could let us know everything that she's up to. And
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
let you in, Cheryl. Just wait a
Let her.
second. There you
There we
are.
go.
There she is. Oh my God, Cheryl King.
Welcome.
Oh, oh,
Woo!
Hi.
wow. It's been so
Hello, beautiful
long.
lady.
Yes, it's
Been
How
a
been
long?
ages
while.
and ages. Yeah.
How long
Wow.
has it been,
I left
Too
New York
long.
Cheryl?
in 2015.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I was about right. I said about how many? About 10 years,
Yeah.
Yep.
11
Yep.
years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you went to California, right? Correct?
I
Right.
did. Yes, I'm in Santa Rosa, which is north
Oh,
of San
wow.
Francisco.
Oh, I lived
In
in San
Sonoma
Francisco.
County.
Ooh, lovely.
Yeah, I'm in
Lovely.
Cheryl,
wine country.
That's
this is
nice.
what's happened to me, Cheryl, over the
Look, he's
years.
bringing props, Cheryl. He's bringing props.
You have become a hat.
No, look at the face.
He has
You,
a face. I
oh,
don't know if you can see it.
you've become a simulacrum of a human being.
I'm a pale face
This is what happens when you get old, Colin. You
Mandel.
stay inside. You don't go
Wait, wait.
anywhere. It's
Yes.
called bed rot. I am a bed rot person.
Is that what
Right.
it's called? Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what the Gen Z people are calling it, bed rot. It started during the pandemic when people just
Mm-hmm.
stayed home, and a whole lot of us who are introverts or on the spectrum said,
Mm-hmm.
I'm staying home permanently.
Mm-hmm.
Going to get myself a remote job, and I'm never
Yes.
going anywhere.
Yes. Absolutely.
So,
And I guess
you
bed
know,
rot it is.
I
yeah,
call it
I mean,
I call it when Howie Mandel can't put on makeup. That's what I call it.
Of course.
does he? He wears makeup, doesn't he?
He probably does, but that's what happens to him when he doesn't. He just turns all white.
Yes, yeah, I get it. Yes, indeed,
Yes.
he does.
But let's
Okay.
everyone know, Cheryl, we've known
Yes.
you from Stage Left
So-
Studio, and
Mhm.
you. I remember the first time I spoke to you. It was our podcast in Tribeca Radio, and at that time, I remember I was asking you about
Right.
the fact that you were coaching soap opera actors at one point.
Yes, I worked at All My Children
Yes,
for 3 years. Yep.
Yes, and I remember I was like, "Oh wow, I love those stories. They were so fascinating to me because I used
That was
to
a
watch
great gig.
it." Yeah, I would
love that job.
imagine. Woo. Yeah, that was
So,
awesome.
Cheryl, I'm also wearing for you today a present for my 70th birthday in the launch of my second
Aww.
It's a drama Woodstock Playhouse shirt. This is where it all started for me in 1977.
Careful.
Oh,
He's gonna have a-
77.
Yeah.
I got into showbiz in 1978. Actually, in 1977, we're twins. Yeah.
Oh my
We are
God.
twins. We are twins. Okay.
Oh,
I'm going to be
that's
Colin Duke. I'm going to change my
Colin
last name
Duke.
to Duke.
Yes.
Yeah,
His
because you're
name
the
is-
king.
Duke is a great name, and it's got a K
Yeah.
sound in it. You know the
But-
rule of K.
Yes. Of
I
Yes.
course.
don't. Please share.
It's a
please.
stand-up
theater.
comedy rule. K
Okay.
sounds are funny. Buick is funny. Chevrolet, not funny. So sounds that have K's in them are funny, and you should put them in your comedy material. That also extends to plosives, P's, D's, F's. All of those kind of sounds are funny, which is why cursing and profanity carry such weight, because they're full of plosives and K sounds.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Our
I
favorite
get-
ones are jam-packed with them.
Fuck.
Yeah, cocksucker.
That's
yeah.
one of my favorites. Oh my god. Yeah.
1, 2,
Oh.
3 Ks in cocksucker.
God, my ears are hurting now. No,
I
I'm not.
know. I
Are you
won't
kidding?
say that
Are
during
you kidding?
the
I've been in
podcast,
the
by
theater.
way.
You know how many times the word F is going around.
We
in the
are in
theater.
the podcast. This is live, and
Backstage.
we're cursing.
What?
Yes, it's
Yes.
okay.
I thought we weren't starting until 5:15.
No. We're
Oh, sorry,
comedy.
everybody. I would not have used that kind of language for public consumption.
Oh no, you have to be a little potty mouth.
Oh.
You're from the theater. Come on.
Cheryl, boy.
Okay,
And
so
stand-up
speaking of the,
comedy. So there you go.
Yeah, no, you're
Well,
speaking your professional opinion, which is something that you do. You actually
That's
like
true.
teach, yeah. So you teach improv, right?
And I
So-
teach stand-up. Yeah.
Yes. So
Stand-up,
talk to us about that. I mean, how did you get? Were you always funny? Were you always interested in comedy? How did this evolve?
I was always funny, but I didn't ever imagine doing it for a living until 1981. I was a mime and I was working as a mime in Atlanta, Georgia, and I knew I enjoyed being funny, and I started creating funny mime routines. And then that's when the comedy boom started really happening. And at that time, there were maybe 5 female comics in the entire country.
Yeah.
And the Punchline opened in Atlanta, and I went and did an open mic set with my first with a mime piece, and they laughed very hard. And I thought, ooh, I need to write a monologue. So the next week I went back with a monologue, and they liked my monologue. And that night there was somebody in the audience who hired me to do a private party 3 weeks after that. And at that private party, I got hired to do my first club gig. So from my second appearance at an open mic, I became a professional stand-up. And that lasted 13 years.
Wow, 13 years.
Yeah,
Now-
I was an opening act for about 3 years, a middle act for 5 years, and a headliner for 5 years.
And
Yep.
Okay,
mentioning
okay.
the fact that you were one of the few women stand-up comics, tell me about that experience, because
Oh.
it's going to be interesting.
Yes, well, it was. At the time, there were not that many even male comics, because the comedy clubs were just starting to open up in the States. So it was Robert Klein and, all the classic comics that we've all known about forever, right? But then more and more comedians started breaking into the business at comedy clubs all across the country. So there was a strong demand for comedians for a long time, and you were treated really well. And you'd go to a gig, you'd be put up in a nice hotel, you'd work Wednesday through Sunday night, and then you'd drive 2 hours, or maybe you'd have 2 days off. You might go home, or you might just drive to the next gig. So I was a road comic. I spent like 45 to 50 weeks a year on the road for about 13 years. It's a hard business even still for women.
Yeah.
There is a lot of misogyny in the business. There were male comics who used to say to me, "Women aren't funny." And I'd say, "I just watched you laughing at my set." And they would say, "You're an exception."
Oh,
And I
yes,
found
you know.
out that they said that to every other female comic on the road.
I believe it.
So all of us were apparently exceptions.
Right.
Who's your favorite female comic, other than yourself?
Oh, thank you. I would have to say Hannah Gadsby falls
interesting.
into that category. I'm mad crazy about Hannah Gadsby. Of course, Lily Tomlin.
I was thinking about her.
And then if you want to go back to influences when I was growing up, Carol Burnett.
How can you not, right? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That
Yes.
kind of comedy thrills me.
Yes.
And that's what I'm
Farce.
doing now in my
Yeah.
Forbidden Kiss Body Vaudeville show. We do Carol Burnett, Harvey Korman, Tim Conway type material, but we do it improv. We set up the bullet points for the routine, and then we hit those bullet points, but everything in between is improv. We just know where we're headed and where we came from. But I work with, my company's called Underground Improv, and that's also the name of my improv classes that I teach. And my buddies Russ and Reggie are the Tim Conway and Harvey Korman of the trio of us. Yeah, it's great fun.
I love Tim Conway's old man routine.
Oh, yes, the shuffle.
It's
The old man shuffle.
always makes me laugh so hard.
Oh, yeah.
Always,
And you could
always.
see as he started shuffling in, he would cast his eyes up on Harvey Korman, and you would see the corners of his mouth try to hold on so he wouldn't laugh when he was about to do what he was about to do to Harvey Korman.
And that's one of the things that you kind of enjoy, because you kind of know that, and you're like, they're gonna crack up soon. You're kind of like waiting for it, and it's just awesome. I love it. I love it.
And Harvey Korman would get this look on his face, and you'd see him try to clamp down on the corners of
It was
his
terrible.
mouth. It never worked.
He was so famous for doing that. It was just so hysterical. Now, speaking of that,
let's say, wait, Jay, I got a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
it's
so
related.
okay, can we go back to theater? Okay,
Sure.
stage left.
Yes.
All right. How did that come about, and why stage left? Because I know what stage left means in theater language, and then you
Right,
have
I do too.
upstage
But
down
like
and
for
stage
people
right.
who don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
I was Carol Fox Prescott, who is one of the greatest acting teachers I ever met. I studied with her for 11 years. I was her assistant, and she had been teaching in a space called the Basement Space up in the Upper West Side. She lost her lease, and she needed a space. And I had been the one who would rent out her space when other people wanted to rent it. So she knew that I knew a little bit about trying to find good space. So she asked me to find her a space. Well, as I started looking for a space for her, it turned out that she wasn't really interested in taking on any of the kind of leases I was finding, and there weren't many good places. But I started developing an interest in having my own space because I had long wanted to be able to write a piece, then do the piece in my own theater. And when you own the theater, you get to do what you want to in it.
Absolutely.
So
of course, yeah,
I finally
great.
found some lofts. And I was also at the same time leaving my marriage of 12 years. So I thought, what if I got a loft and I made one end of it my apartment and the other end my theater? Maybe then I would be able to afford to do this.
Right.
So that's exactly what I did. I found a space over on 37th between 9th and 10th. That was $48.50 a month. And when I was searching for it, I was digging around, looking at every space I could find, reaching out to agents. And one real estate agent said to me the week before I found the space, "What you seek does not exist. Good luck." And my ex-husband, who was a really good man, found me this space that I eventually moved into and negotiated the deal for me.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
and the reason stage left was partly because of that being a stage direction. Also, Snagglepuss, Heavens to Murgatroyd, exit, stage left. And also, I am a left-leaning political person, so it also had a little political meaning to it, too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an
And
interesting story.
we went to
Okay.
see one of your plays, and I love the space.
Yes, we
It's
did. I
beautiful
remember.
space.
Yeah. Mhm.
Was this the first one or the second one? The
I
second
think it
one
was
was
the
on
second one.
30th.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was the second one. Yeah.
That was the one near Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. But I was going to go back to the question about, breaking character or laughing when you're doing comedy. How do you feel about that? Because some people say, no, if you're, doing comedy, you should not break and start laughing.
You
What do
really
you-
shouldn't. Red Skelton got broadly criticized by the rest of the comedy community for laughing on purpose because he knew his audience loved it. So that's called pandering. Now that if you get accidentally broken up, the audience digs it and it is funny. But for instance, I love being the comedy. I like being the comic relief, but I also really enjoy playing the straight man. What's important about playing the straight man is if you laugh, you've blown it.
Right.
The straight man
that's
is
true.
supposed to be unaware or at least resisting the humor of the situation. The straight man is put upon. Come on,
Right.
come on now.
Mhm.
So if the straight man laughs, you blow the joke.
They're like Rowan and Martin's laughing. Yeah, one or
Very much so.
or the Smothers Brothers.
Yes. And most comedy duos had a straight man. They exemplify, frankly, the two classic clowning principles. There's the white clown and the Auguste. The Auguste is the baggy pants clown. That's the silly, funny one. That's the Buster Keaton, the Charlie Chaplin, the Stan Laurel. And then you've got the white clown, which is the officious one who wants everything to be run properly. And that would be the Oliver Hardy character, right? The not Tom Smothers, David Smothers, his brother.
Oh, I don't know. Do you know
The other-
his name?
Dick Smothers. Dick Smothers.
Right.
Yeah, Dick Smothers was the white clown.
What a name, huh?
And Tommy Smothers was the Auguste. But you've got a straight man and you've got the clown. And that's how those things work. So straight men should stay straight.
Okay.
So have a question with the comedy, and I get into this with comedians all the time. Sitcoms, today's sitcoms versus yesterday's sitcoms. How do you feel about that?
I think today's sitcoms, for the most part, not all of them. There are some really good ones out there. I don't watch them very often, but the ones, excuse me, from the old days, think of All in the Family, were beautifully written, incredibly well cast, award-winning performances. The humor was the humor of circumstance, the humor of character. That kind of humor really carries weight and power. It's the kind of thing you think about later, right? A lot of comedy now is kind of cheap jokes, cheap, easy toss-away laughs. Not always that way.
It ended for me in 90. It ended for me with Frasier.
In 90, that's a very long time ago. That's 36 years ago.
I know. I can't take the new ones. The new ones insulting. They insult you all the time.
How about Phoebe Waller-Bridges? Now
hers exceptions. Yes.
Yeah, hers is brilliant. Wonderful comedy.
Right.
Everybody Loves Raymond. Stunning. Great
exception.
Yes. Right?
Oh yeah,
right. Like they become classics almost. Like, with those they just stand out,
That's right. But that's because they did not pander. They had really, really, really great writers' rooms, and they hired top of the line actors, and they treated their audiences. This is crucial, I think. They treated their audiences like they had a brain.
Yes, absolutely.
That's my thing about it. Versus the past.
You nailed it right there. Yeah, absolutely.
And you should treat your audience like they have a brain. People who play down to their audiences are making, I think, mistakes on any number of levels, including losing people like you and me from their audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, don't ever talk down to an audience. Never.
And they know. I'm an audience, and I can tell when they do it. And absolutely.
Yeah, and don't just give us, and the whole jump the shark thing. When your show jumps the shark, close it.
Yes, wrap it up.
Right.
Wrap it
Stop
up.
it. That's enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Jay and I, our chemistry is Sunny and Cher. She makes fun of me, and I love it. I love when she makes fun of me. Go look at the whole roast thing she did.
Oh, whatever. I had to
You'll
roast
love
him.
it. You'll love it.
Yeah, get this. For months, he was telling me about his bash, his 70th bash. Now, we don't live in the same state, so obviously I wasn't going to be able to see him.
No.
Nope.
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
But it was a good one, apparently, huh?
Yeah, he had a good time.
It was.
But I got booted out. I was supposed. He said, "Oh, can you? So and so is going to be there. Maybe we could do it over the phone." And I said, "Perfect. I don't have to put on makeup. I don't have to be on video, whatever." So we made arrangements. I said, "Oh, better yet, let me roast you. Would you like to be roasted and toasted?" He's like, "Yes, yeah. I love this. We'll get other people to do it. Blah blah blah." So the next day, it's the day of the bash. I text him and I said, happy birthday, right? And he texts me back, "It's not today, it's Friday." this is what I'm working with this cuckoo diva over here. So I said, just take the early birthday present, and just deal with it and say thank you, but nothing. So I said, okay, no problem. He's busy doing his thing. I'm still waiting to call so he can call me. He doesn't call me. So I text him, "What's going on?" So he told me, "No video. Don't worry." What does he do? Yeah.
No.
Yes.
You can't do that.
What was he thinking?
It was overwhelming.
Not to a performing artist, especially a female one.
Right? So I was like, oh, so I didn't pick up. That's not happening.
No.
Absolutely
I put on makeup for our thing today.
Yes, I got a little lipstick on. I want to.
Yeah, I didn't do full stage makeup.
Yeah,
but I did a little.
I have shorts on right now. I'm a mess. But that's
I
okay.
just put on a hat. That's it.
Well, see, there's a different cultural assumption for you guys than there is for us women.
Yes.
Well, no, in all fairness, okay, can I have a little bit of defense?
Now he's going to give you his
Of
version.
course you can.
Okay. It turned out, this is at a Portuguese restaurant in Newark. And it turned out to be, first of all, Wi-Fi was kind of lousy, and I had to go Facebook her and try to get that going, and that wasn't going well. And then I was sitting next to my publicist, Tiffany, all right, and she said, "You're going to have Jay Watt on the middle of the table in a mobile trying to get people up to talk about you? That ain't going to work," she said. "You physically got to have that person that's roasting the show, hosting up there, do it." And so then she said, "Tell Jay I got this. Okay, I got this. Okay, she doesn't have to do this. I got to take." She said, "I'm going to do it." She said, "And I'm going to get it." And she did. She did a great job. She covered. She got people up there that normally don't talk. You know what I mean? Or shy. They're very shy. And she has that knack. She got them up there and she got them going and everything. And they roasted the hell out of me and they toasted the hell out of me and everything.
But I got booted out, and that was not happening. They were not going to.
I know, but you know what? But in the long run, you got a beautiful podcast of the funniest one. It's probably funny, except for tonight's going to be funnier because we have Cheryl on. But Cheryl. But it just turned out to be, she got a great podcast out of it.
What I did,
it was vengeance. She got vengeance on me, Cheryl. So
well, she deserved it because a last minute cancellation ain't cool, especially because your producer could have known in advance. Absolutely. And then you could have rented a space where Jay could have been on a big screen, and that would have worked.
And I told him too, but I said, you know, we could do this where you could do it over your phone, we could do it on a tablet, we can make sure that it can be seen. But I understand that, but you don't put me in the corner and think I'm going to get away with that, mister. So what I did was I did a vengeance roast and I put it on a podcast and I send it to him and everyone.
I think that is an excellent move. And in Colin's defense, some of these things you just don't see coming. Even the smartest producer is going to miss a factor. We were doing a show at Stage Left Studio that was, they were trying to simultaneously share it in Ireland.
Oh, wow.
So the show that was happening in New York was being shared in Ireland, but the wireless was giving us a fit. And it had worked fine that afternoon and did not work fine that night. We had done everything you could do to prepare, and still the folks in Ireland had all gathered for a show they did not get to see.
Oh, yeah. You
see, the bottom line, Cheryl, was I never wanted this in the first place. And I kept telling my wife, I don't want this. I know I did it for you at the same place and it was good. And I did your 80th there and everything. I don't want my 70th. I wasn't into it. I just totally was not into it.
You should have been allowed to stay home with a sandwich.
Thank you. I would have been happy.
I don't really celebrate my birthdays either.
Right.
There's too many of them. It's like any other day. It's like another day.
Yeah.
I've had so many birthdays.
It becomes a number after a while.
It's a number. And besides which, the older you get, the less significant the number is. You know, when you're 10 turning 11, that's a big deal. When you're 70 turning 71, who cares?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Right.
You know,
like, I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet.
Another eight. Another eight. We got to wake up with.
For the people that love you to celebrate you. I guess that's why, that's why Barbara wanted to do it for you, because they want to celebrate you.
There you go.
But you have every right to say, you know what, I'd rather have a pint of ice cream and watch my favorite movie.
Send a card. Love me on Facebook, right?
Exactly.
And she understood, and my favorite editor, she is in the first book, and then my other editor, Tammy, who helped my second children's book, right? She said, no, listen, Barbara had a stroke and she's getting recovering. She wants to be involved. And I said, that's true. A year ago, she redecorated the whole bathroom. She had it all done, the whole bathroom and everything. And that was a project. She's not teaching anymore. She taught for 25 years, out in LA. So it gave her something to do. So I understood that. They convinced
You're a
me.
project.
Yeah, I became a project. There you go.
And you're a major
And
project.
it was
That was very
into it.
loving and generous of you.
Yes, yes.
CJ, I did something right. Cheryl's got my back there.
Cheryl. But Cheryl, you know what I want to talk about? Because all of us are writers, and I really love to talk about your new book.
Yeah.
And I don't, and
Excellent.
yeah, so let's get into it, shall we?
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a
So your new
title.
book.
Well, I've been teaching this
title.
writing workshop since the late 90s. I taught it at the time. I lived in a very nice condo on the east side with my husband, and we had a big dining table. So people would come over and be we could have up to 12 people in my writing workshop, so not your typical small New York apartment. And that workshop moved with me to the first stage left and the second stage left. And then when I left New York City, I went on Zoom with it. And then when the pandemic hit, of course, everything turned into Zoom. Yeah. So the workshop has continued now it's in its 28th year. And I had people in my workshop who were writing solo shows, plays, poetry, novels, short story, all kinds of various formats. So I started creating exercises that would let you delve into character, or let you delve into a situation, or let you delve into various things. And then I would come up with these angles to get in there. So my students really liked that. For instance, one example might be that we'd, as a warm-up, say, okay, say as fast as you can everything you love. I love this, I love this, I love this, blah, 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 for a whole minute in a row. Okay, now then after that, everything you hate, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now take a thing from the hate category and add it to the love category and give those things to one of your characters. If that provides a contradiction for that character, now give them a monologue in which they're going to include things they love and that one thing they hate. Now then, take that character and have them interact with another character who you're going to give other qualities from your list. Now make those two characters have a scene. So that became kind of like the go-to method. And over the years, I ended up writing about 125 different sessions based on that sort of principle. And it really, really worked. And people were producing books and plays and all kinds of stuff. So this book of mine now called Writing Your Heart Out, which is the name
I love the title.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Is the first 25 sessions from my writing workshop. The first 20 of them are more like what I just described to you, ways to get in. And then the last 5 in the book are the places where I start working really closely with principle. Okay, how to apply these principles that you've been working on for 20 sessions. Okay, here's how that works. Here's why that works. Now try this, now try this. So it moves from kind of nuggets that almost any just Joe Blow off the street could start applying into what actual writers who think of themselves as writers can start now using. Okay, this is a basic principle. This applies to all kinds of writing, all kinds of storytelling. Why does it work? How does it work? These are the references from the past, or great writers or great theater writers to refer to see why that, how that principle works. So that's what it is, and I just published it on Kindle, on Amazon, and people can go there and buy it. It's part of Kindle Unlimited, so you can even get a chance to read it before you buy it. Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, that's
and
fun.
kudos on the New York Times too.
Oh, great. Thank you. Yeah, yes, that happened back when I was running my festivals. I was the first person in New York really who was starting to produce solo shows. And then I ended up curating for Midtown International Theater Festival, and then for the Estrogenius Festival. And then once I got my space, then I created the Left Out Festival, which was an LGBTQ festival, the Women at Work Festival, which was for women, the Beyond the Pale Festival, which was for people who wanted to be beyond the pale. And I curated all of those festivals. So over the years, I probably read at least 1,000 solo shows and And
Wow. So
yeah.
so in essence, the material that you were the advice and the counseling you were giving other people became your material for the book. Kind of like a
Exactly.
retro. It was like
Mm-hmm.
retro. Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
back.
And
Yeah,
this book of mine
beautiful.
that I just published actually has some examples of not only the work product, because I would write in the workshop too when it would be timed writings, right? A 5-minute, a 5-minute, and a
You're ahead of your
15-minute.
time, Cheryl, because now it's pretty common and it's very trendy to have things kind of like what you were
Mhm.
doing 28 years ago. That's huge.
Yes, and you know what's really weird is I seem to have been ahead of my time with all kinds of things, and that's why I got mentioned in the Times, was because I was the one doing it at that point, and nobody else was really doing it. And then,
You're a
of course, along came all
trailblazer
the
and
other
a
great
trendsetter.
festivals. Yes, and in New York City of all places, if you can be a trendsetter in New York, then
You
that's
baby,
legit.
baby.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing more legit than that.
Absolutely.
And we and Jay, we were too with Lee Creasol. We
Oh
were the
yes, we were.
pioneers of podcasting.
Yes,
We were
yes,
doing them
yes.
in 2000,
When did you start
2001.
podcasting?
I
Really?
started.
2000, like
You were
2000. wasn't it?
2007 or 8 because that's when I met you, and I started my
Okay,
podcast
that
in
part. Yeah, right.
2005.
Yeah.
Yeah, then
I-
you're a trendsetter too. You were
Yeah.
avant-garde on that one.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Nobody
Yeah.
knew what a
I had to
podcast
tell
was.
people, and I worked at WBAI doing another show, and when I remember telling people, "Oh, I'm thinking of doing a podcast," and they were like, "Don't do it. That's just silly.
No one's ever going to care.
Yes, like no one's going to
Right.
care. What? It's where? Where do you
What,
find
I'm
it?
supposed to just listen to it?
Yes.
And of course, now a podcast means seeing people. Right?
Yes. Now it's and that's
Yeah, now it's
one of the
different.
transitions
Yeah.
that we saw. We never even saw that part, but
Yeah.
Right.
it's amazing. So yeah, here's to us trendsetters and trailblazers.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Now I want. Is there any other endeavor that you're planning to do? Anything? Any new projects? Anything that you want to share that?
Sure. I am
Yes.
currently
Yes. What's coming up?
working on another novel. Well, I just finished a novel that I am now looking for agents for. I started writing it at the beginning of the pandemic when I became utterly incensed by Arkansas and the way they were playing fast and loose with abortion rights. Abortion rights already in Arkansas are an endangered species. But what Arkansas did was when the PPE, the personal protective equipment issues came, and they're going, okay, you really need to conserve this stuff. So Arkansas said, okay, we're going to say no elective surgeries because we need to conserve the PPE for critical issues, right? Arkansas went, ooh, we can say abortions are not, we can say they're elective, right? So for anyone who needs an abortion, this is not elective. This is crucial. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing it. But so then the ACLU got involved and they sued. And then Arkansas relaxed it a little bit, but then they found a way to get around that loophole. And then once the the tests came out, Arkansas came up with a real catch-22, which really made my blood boil. They said, you can get an abortion, but you have to get a negative COVID test within 48 hours of your procedure. Well, at that point, you couldn't get a test result within 72 or 96 hours. It was impossible. So the ACLU sued again. Arkansas countersued. Then they made it 72 hours. But even so, you couldn't get a result in 72 hours. So meanwhile, 3.5 months went by. And a large number of women got caught right there. And Arkansas was like, well, we don't care. So I wrote a book where there's a teenage protagonist who is pregnant and she is caught in that vice. And I spent 6 years writing it. It's called Twisted Flower, an Arkansas abortion adventure. And it's a duology. It's a 210,000
I got
words.
news pimples. I got them. Oh, that's
I
good.
should send the book to you as an ebook.
Yes,
Would you read
yeah.
it?
Oh, I love that. You
Oh,
can't.
I will send it to you. But I'm now looking for agents because it did turn out to be literary fiction. It is better than I even knew it was, because you write something over 6 years, you lose awareness of
Oh,
what
yeah.
you were doing 3.5 years ago, right? And so
True.
I thought I could have fooled myself. This might not
Right.
be as good as I tried to make it. No,
Right.
it actually did turn out really, really good. And
Awesome. I
so
can't wait to
now
read
I'm
it.
looking for agents for
So
Twisted Flower.
maybe
Right.
Angel, the agents, literary agents.
Oh, I'm always looking for an agent. Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sending
yeah.
it to you too.
They're
Colin.
so
I'm
hard to
sending it
find.
you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, and I may not find one. If I do not find one, I will hit my tier 2 agents that I would like to get. If it's a wash with them as well, I'm going to self-publish. And I'm thinking seriously of doing it serially on Substack, because it's full of cliffhangers. So I could have 150 something episodes on Substack. So now I'm really growing my Substack with my improv class techniques going on there, my writing techniques going on there.
That's not a bad thing to do, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good, serious consideration.
Today is the world of the independent publisher. You no longer have to fear that people are going to say,
No,
it's
you
just
don't.
a vanity
Yeah.
project. Why should I pay attention?
Right,
No.
absolutely. That's it's going. You still have some sticklers, but most people are like, you know what? Just put it out. If it's good, it's good. People are going to devour it.
Yeah, Andy Weir published The Martian serially.
Absolutely.
So Cheryl, when you were a kid growing up, was there anything that you were doing that dictated what you were going to be doing in your life now?
The minute I learned to read, that was all I wanted to do. All I wanted to do. I did not play with other kids. I read. If I went to the library, I brought home more books than I could carry. I read 3 of them in the first 3 days. I am an inveterate reader. I cannot count how many books I've read. I'm always reading. I've usually got a science fiction, a regular fiction, and a research all happening at the same time. And I started writing stories for other kids when I was in school. So I didn't know I was going to be a performing artist, but I always kind of knew I was going to be a writer. But of course, the two work together perfectly, right?
They do. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And stand-up is...
I walked around with a hairbrush most of the time.
Oh, man.
Microphone.
What a waste.
And talking to it.
I love it.
Good. I like that one. I was waiting for you to get to that line. What a waste. Whatever.
Oh, that technique. What are you going to do with it now?
That's what happened. Pulled it all out. Whatever.
I was not bold enough to imagine myself as a performing artist until I was in high school. And then I kind of let that go when I encountered life. But then in my late 20s, I ended up unexpectedly cast in a vaudeville show. And I realized at that point, getting laughs, there's nothing better.
Oh, no.
And then I became a writer and a comedian.
That's why we decided to do this again. Right?
Yes.
Right?
Oh, I love that you know what you're doing as a human, as a woman, as an artist. I mean, absolutely. I love when we're social
fabulous
friends, and so I love the growth because I remember when you moved and you were starting out. I even seen all the stuff that you've grown in your home, like all the
my beautiful tomatoes. Oh, they're so fruit.
Oh wow!
And I have fruit trees all over this.
I know.
Here in Santa Rosa, peaches and pears and.
Yummy.
It's wonderful, and figs and it's really great. Santa Rosa is really lovely. I miss New York.
It is beautiful.
I missed green in New York. I lived in steel and glass for so long and stone that every window I look at here is surrounded by green and blue skies, and that's
so
really
nice
great.
Spirit, yes, yeah.
Is there anything in the industry that I'm sorry, Jay? Is there anything in the industry that pisses you off?
Which industry?
Either one, the writing, the theater, the comic, the performing, or the management and the administration, or the behind the scene, anything.
Yes. There's a few things that bug me. One is people are always trying to say theater is dead. I don't think theater will ever be dead. because I think there's always going to be live audience that wants to sit in a room where live
Thank you.
theater is actually happening, where you can see the performer breathing right in front of your eyes and you can be with them. So that kind of annoys me. And being here in a smaller place than New York City, another thing that kind of bugs me, and I remember it would happen with companies in New York too, but it's more prevalent out here in smaller cities, is the clique atmosphere of the community theater community. There is a habit of casting, what we used to say, casting out of your Rolodex. Now it's not a Rolodex anymore, but people will have a general audition. All the roles are already cast. It's an exercise so that you can get grants or be able to have equity actors,
Oh
but
my
you've
gosh.
already cast every bit of it.
Right.
I consider that disingenuous at best.
Yes. You're being
You know
very
what upsets me is we're going to have to leave you right now. And I don't
Yeah.
wanna
Well,
leave
this has
you.
been great fun. My God, 45
know.
minutes.
I
It flew by.
I know, right?
But
Time
we're gonna
flies
have to have
by.
you back
Right.
if you
I
don't
would
We will.
love to come back.
Yeah,
You two
yeah.
are
Yes,
wonderful.
definitely.
we're planning to do an open mic kind of format where people can do like little bits for like
Mhm.
5 minutes
Oh, you
live.
can count me in.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always creating little bits.
Oh, I love
Little
it.
bits.
I love it. Is there where can people find your work? What's the best way to find you?
Everything you need to know about me, you can find on my website, Stage Left Studio, singular, studio.net. And there will be links there to my Substack, links there to my Facebook, my Instagram, and everything else that I'm doing. So I would love it if people visited my website. There's a contact page there if someone wants to write me and ask me a question. On Facebook, I am Cheryl King, and Stage Left Studio is also my company handle. So
Perfect. Thank you
Bravissimo.
so much, Cheryl. All the best. And
Same
the
to
name of
you.
the book again.
Bravissimo.
Give your
Okay.
people
And
the
Jay,
name of-
thank you for your support through all of these years. I mean, you and I go back a long way.
Yes.
And Colin, now welcome to the club. I really appreciate it.
Mwah.
Oh, well,
Bye,
I've been there, but way behind the scenes.
All right, you want to say goodbye, Colin? Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye. Mwah.
Okay, as they do now. Yep. Well, you got the glasses on, Jay. You don't have to worry about that. All right. Bye-bye.
All right, and we
Off to do
are-
your